This here is it. The worst way to combine a ubiquitous food duo, egg and avocado. I'm being dramatic, but I am gonna dog on it, so I want to preface this with, if you like something, keep eating it. I genuinely think that's rad. You gotta stay true. But here's what I'm talking about. An untoasted piece of soft white bread, some spreadably ripe avocado, and a poached egg. The problem is that the flavors and textures from each piece are one note across the board. White bread is very mild in flavor and usually quite soft, especially in its untoasted form, which I have purposely done here to drive the point. Avocado has a pretty tame flavor and it's also soft. A poached egg is probably the most pure and delicately flavored form of egg, and yeah, again, soft. So across the board, everything is soft in texture and blonde in flavor. But that's not it. Avocado is mostly a fat, so that layer that's been spread on the toast is impenetrable. The yolk from the poached egg has zero chance of mixing with the avocado. It might be absorbed by the bottom of the bread, but that's a pretty poor consolation prize. Restaurants do love to serve something like this because it does look pretty great. This actually all started with a conversation between my sister and I over this breakfast that she was served. She hit me with some wisdom. Bad tasting food should look bad. But I'm not just going to talk smack and not provide alternatives. So option 1, using the exact same ingredients. Toast the hell out of the bread to get some texture and color. Avocado is avocado, just make sure it's seasoned with salt. Fry the egg in a non-stick pan over medium heat. Try to brown the bottom and the edges. I could have used fat to accomplish this, but you don't use oil or fat to poach an egg, so that kind of felt like cheating. Once the egg is mostly cooked, pour in a little water and set on the lid to steam the upper whites and the yolk. You can keep the yolk runny if you like, but personally I'm not a fan of the avocado and liquid yolk combo. They clash in texture and it totally throws me off. A medium jammy egg provides moisture, it's still pleasant to eat, and I think it pairs better. The egg did get some really nice color on the bottom, which I was quite pleased with, and in my opinion, this version of the same ingredients is far superior. Option 2, using better ingredients with good technique. Upgrade the white bread to some nice sourdough and toast it well. The avocado doesn't change. For the sunny side up eggs, use a good heavy bottom pan and fry it in an excess of fat. I'm using neutral peanut oil. This will get some really nice crispy edges, the browning adds serious flavor, and basting it with the oil is a gentler way to achieve a medium sunny side up egg. These eggs alone aren't the most visually appealing, but once they get all dressed up on the final plate, they get by. To really elevate this, you can top the whole thing with some saucy cherry tomatoes. Heat up a skillet and blister some out of season cherry tomatoes in olive oil. Add a small pinch of chili flakes and season with salt. Finish them with a splash of white wine vinegar and a final toss with a bit more olive oil to get them extra velvety. I don't know if this is cheating, but breakfast joints love to serve eggs with a side of tomato. Fancier places serving up an avo egg combo will usually slot in some form of cherry tomatoes, so it felt like fair game. The acidity it brings is also very welcome. Option 3, you prefer something scrambled to an intact egg yolk. If that sounds like you, then here's what I'd recommend. Start with a well-toasted piece of good bread. The crunchy golden toast is very important here. You can choose the degree of doneness on your scrambled eggs, but I think a soft scramble works really well for where I'm about to take this. However, I did put out an instructional short on 3 levels of scrambled eggs if you're like, nah, looks too runny for me. So soft scramble some eggs and spoon them over your crispy, crunchy slice of bread. For the avocado, scoop out a whole half and cut up some thicker slices which you can then nestle into the soft scramble. Yeah, this is a bit of a soft on soft texture thing, but the thicker slices of avocado do retain some distinction from the soft scramble. It's worth repeating that a well-toasted, well-colored, very crunchy piece of toast here is crucial. Top your little toasts with some olive oil and a bit of flaky salt for more texture. And yeah, those are 3 pretty good options, I think. The egg avocado combo is infinite, make it how you like it, but if you do ever get icked by it, I bet it's the whole blonde flavors and mismatched texture combo. Try out something crispy, crunchy, browned, and balanced.